Hey, I hope everybody is doing great. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you're streaming from, you're all welcome to my live. Yeah, this is the time. You're welcome to my life. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. So today we are back to our classes. Sorry, yesterday. Thank you so much, Miss Adewa, Godman, Queen. Please, as you join in, let's continue to share and tap on the screen to bring in more people. Blessing, Angie from Bobby, Bernice, you're all welcome to the live. Let's share the live so that we can be able to start our tutorial class this morning. If you're joining me for the first time, you're all welcome to the live. So today we'll be going straight into our lessons. As you all can know, or if you're just hearing me for the first time, in this class, what we do is that we teach braids, techniques of how you can install your braid and get into your braid. Let's share the video. Let me share from here so that we can go ahead and make sure that everything is set. Let me share from here. Bring people into the class. We're going to get people into the class this morning. Let me go ahead and share the videos. Please share the videos, like the video. Let's go ahead and start. The weather is so cold in UK this time around. I don't know what to do. Windy, raining, cold. Even as I'm in here, I have to put on something that will keep me warm. Thank you so much for joining. Gakiria, you're welcome. Ware Adari, you're welcome. Let's share the videos and God bless you all. So in today's class, we'll be going straight into doing our braids. Most people will be here saying, what is she here for? Braiding is braiding. Look at the braiding. Braiding here is a creative art that the braiders uses the hair to showcase their skill. Thank you so much as you're joining. Roslyn, Nadia, share the videos. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and share. Let me share from here as well. Share and keep liking the video. Is going to make the algorithm think that we are not idle here doing nothing. Please, I'm going to do my part. Please do your part to contribute to this live. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. So let's go ahead. Let's see. Everything is working here. Let's see. Everything is working there. Right. Okay, let's go ahead. I hope everybody can see very, very well, making sure that these things are clear enough. Let's position the cameras. Thank you so much, Shakira too, Oluwatoyin. You're welcome. Everyone is welcome to the class. So in today's class, we'll be going straight into our class. Look at the extension we're using today. If you know you're ready, get ready. Get your mannequin ready. Get your extension ready. Get your crochet pin ready. Let me even pin some of the products. If you know you've not gotten your product, you can get it for this my affiliate account. Let me pin the mannequin down. The first thing that we have to pin is the mannequin. We need the mannequin to do our training. Now we've been having the sections of training. We'll go straight away. If you know you don't have your mannequin yet, go ahead and get your mannequin. Right. So we're going into our class. So what we need this morning for our training is training head, which is the hair mannequin. This is the extension we are using today, is a brown shade color. If you know this is your color, we are here today with your color, right? Then we need a crochet pin. This is the crochet pin. Then we need as well the rattle comb, which is the comb that we use in highlighting the hair and combing the hair. So thank you so much. If you're just joining me, share the video. Share the video. I hope everybody's preparing for their Christmas. Hey, me wearing lemon in Christmas. I'm cold anyway, don't worry. So let's go ahead. And the next thing is having your rubber band. Look at the rubber band. So all the stuff you need, put them together. We're about to start our training. Aisha, you're welcome. Please share the live, like the live. It's going to help us to get us ready. So this morning, if you don't know what the braiding is a creative art that a braider uses hair to showcase their artistic skill. The same we have the artists, they use the pen, painting to paint. we will use hair, anything about hair. That's what we use in showcasing our own skill. If you're here and you're interested in these hair skills, you're in the right place. Or if you're hearing my voice and you know that, oh, I've been thinking, how can I get into braiding and every other thing? Right here I am. I'm in front of you. So be ready. If you're passing by, just stay tuned. Watch us as we do. Then you get into the tutorial class. Yes, by getting all your stuff. So this morning, we'll start by showing you the 6 good methods we have in installing extension. I know most people here knows how to braid, but most people here don't know how to braid. If you're here, you don't know how to braid at all, tomorrow by 12 p.m., I'll be having the class for beginners that doesn't know how to braid at all tomorrow. Thank you so much, Asha, for liking the video, sharing the video. God bless you too much. So let's go ahead and say thank you to everyone that is contributing to the life goals and everything we are having to do today to support our life tutorial. So now we have 6 good methods that we'll be using to show you how to get into braiding. So if you're here already, you know how to braid, good, and you don't know how to add extension, we're going to do that now. But if you're still here, you don't know how to braid, you're still going to gain something from our lessons today. But tomorrow, I'll be having a section. The first section you're going to have is a section whereby I'll teach you how to braid without you using the extensions. Then the next step is getting into braid using the extension to install it. So now let's go ahead and get into this. This is the hair. We've already parted our hair before to this level. I've done it horizontally, so now we'll start grabbing it vertically to start our braid. If you're here as well, you don't know how to part the hair, this is what we've done so far. Let's finish this, then I'll show you the next line you're going to take. We'll take it from here. Then when it gets to where the ear is like this, you don't need to go again. So the other next thing is to take it round and bring it all the way. So let's go ahead. As we go, you begin to get into this. So now let me go ahead and get the rattle comb. So this is the rattle comb and this is our hair. We are going to part this hair. Let's take this hair from here, from the middle of the previous one we've done. Let's go ahead, get your stuff ready. From the middle of the previous one we've done, if this hair is not straight enough, do not worry about this mannequin because I've used this several times for our training. So all the previous lines, when you're taking the new line, the previous line is just appearing from nowhere. But then there's no problem. We're just using it as a practical. We're using to practice, sorry. So now the next step you're going to do, you take your comb and comb this hair out. Comb it out. Make sure that the knots in it are all off. Always remember to do that practice, right? Because it's very, very important. So the first method we're going to do, because when we are doing 6 methods, we have 3 good methods that are related to the rubber band method. Then we have the 3 other methods that are related to what? The natural and traditional method of adding extensions to your braid. Yes. So as a beginner, you need the first 3 methods I just mentioned. You might be thinking, oh, it's difficult for me to get into braiding by doing the natural and traditional method. Yes, which is the case. But then we'll gradually take you through the process of starting with the rubber band method. We'll do the first 3 methods that are related to the rubber band method. Then I will gradually move you into the natural and traditional method of adding extensions into the braid. Yes. So now we're starting first with the rubber band method using the crochet pin. We're going to use rubber band. We're going to use crochet pin and extensions. Then we'll start braiding. So watch me as I do this practice. So the first thing first, we've already parted this hair. Now, this is the portion that we are going to be working with. The next step you're going to do, go ahead and get your rubber band. Share the video, like the video. Thank you to everyone that is helping us meet our goal today. Everything that has to do our goal, go ahead and contribute to it so that we make the life very, very important and very, very successful. So now we take our rubber band. This is the rubber band. The rubber band is in the pack whereby you have a lot of rubber band in it. tiny bits of rubber band. When I say rubber band, I didn't say go and buy the big rubber bands. The small rubber bands, that's what you get in the pack. It's a lot. It will serve you a long time. Before you finish using this rubber band, by then you might become a professional of doing braids. So let's go ahead and take our rubber band. Normally, you're supposed to be taking one of this rubber band if you're going to do it. If it's okay for you, go ahead and use one of the rubber band. But for me, when I come online and be doing it, I don't want it to snap. So that is why I double it. But if you want to use my system of doubling the rubber band, tiny 2 bits of rubber band, go ahead and do it. So this is 2. Then the next step, we are going to take knit braid mat. Thank you so much and God bless you. We're just starting. And Spanner, how are you? Sandra, you're all welcome. I'll just be welcoming you all in between because now is a practical. I can't be saying all through, but welcome you once in a while. Then we'll go into the questions that are coming up. Look at the hair. We've parted the hair. I hope everybody can see it. The next step is take your rubber band. Look at the way I opened my hands with this rubber band. Normally, we use our fingers to do our hair. Look at it. These fingers. Phalanges. This is our thumb, and that's our index finger. This is the middle finger. This is the ring finger, and this is the little or pinky finger. All the hands we use to do our braids. Like now, I'm demonstrating the practical aspect of it to you. While you're watching, you have to demonstrate the practical aspect of it by yourself to get it. So let's go ahead and do this. Now that I'm having my rubber band, you can either use any of your fingers to hold your rubber band. Can you see the way I expand it? Can everybody see the way I expand it? Let me move this one closer so that everybody can be able to see. Expand it, go ahead and secure. Use this rubber band. Take this hair, hold it with your left hand. You're holding the rubber band with your right hand. Then go ahead and secure it. When you secure it, let me bend this so that I can be seeing what I'm doing. When you secure it with the rubber band like this, make sure you exhaust all the rubber bands. You see the way I'm curving it? If you're using one, that is absolutely fine. You can go ahead and use one, but then I decided to double it. If you use one of it, yeah, it's going to reduce the puffiness of it underneath. Absolutely okay if it works for you. But then I like using 2. I don't want it to get snapped. Now that you've installed this with the rubber band, the next step we're going to do now is that we go ahead and secure this. Pull it on both sides. When you're pulling, don't pull it too tight. Secure it, but not too tight. Please, as well, you're welcome to the live this morning. Let's help to fulfill our life goals. You go into the gallery, fulfill the life goals. Make sure that we share the video, like the video to make it successful. Thank you so much, and God bless you for that. So now you have secured the hair. Pull it on both sides. When you pull it on those sides, it's secured to the root. The more you pull this hair to the other side, the tighter this hair will become on the scalp. We don't want this hair to be too tight. Share the videos, please. Share the video and like the video. I'm not seeing the red icon. You know, the love icon. I'm not seeing it anymore. The more I see it, it's going to boost my energy to do things, because now the algorithm is going to think that we are doing nothing here. Please go ahead and tap, 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 tap on your screen. Tap, 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 tap on your screen while we go ahead and listen. Yes. So now this is it. If you're watching me from Chai Grace, let somebody volunteer to tap. If you're watching me from GraceLawendhair tutorial, let somebody tap. If you're watching me from Facebook, let somebody tap. If you're watching me from YouTube, tap and bring and share the videos. Thank you so much and God bless you all. So now you secure the hair. The next step we're going to take now is going ahead to get your crochet pin. If you don't have your crochet pin, let me even pin the crochet pin. You can still get the crochet pin. Most people don't have it. I'm going to pin down the crochet pin. You can purchase it as well as it's going on. Let me just go down and pin it down. This is it. Very affordable. About 4 of them for that price. Really, really. I've pinned it. So you go ahead. If it's a crochet you don't have, go ahead and click on the button in the other accounts of Chai Grace store. Get it from there. So now the crochet pin looks like this. For the people that have not seen this crochet, if it's your first time of seeing the crochet pin, look at how the crochet pin is. Those crochet pin does a lot of things. Go ahead and order for your stuff now, because very soon, as we are having this tutorial, get yourself prepared. On Friday, we'll be enrolling for our 4 weeks master class for next year, January. Limited space. So we'll talk about it on Friday. I'm just giving you little hints for you to know about it. If you know you want to advance into all this thing, you want to come into the class, into the Zoom class, get ready. On Friday, we'll be enrolling from the January course. So you go ahead and get prepared. So now this is it. As you can see this, you're having the crochet pin. Go ahead and open up the crochet pin. Insert this crochet pin. I'm taking it step by step so that you will not say, she's too fast though. Repeat this. Watch me as I'm doing this step by step. We're going to do 6 good methods today. Thank you for everyone that is supporting the live. Thank you for everyone that is sharing the live. I'm super excited this morning. I was really cold. I said, no, I have to come to you people. I love my community. I love to teach and I love you all. So let's go ahead and listen. Take your crochet pin, insert it from the top. From the top, don't take it from the side. Insert it. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much and God bless you for joining me. Share the video. Insert the crochet pin from the top. You just go ahead, insert it. You see the way I've done it? It's going to come out on the other side. If you find out that this hair is long and is disturbing you, please, that is why we always have our clips. Always have your clips. Very soon, I'm going to get all this thing ready in the shop. When I click on it, you just click on it and get all your materials ready for class. So you go ahead and hold on to this. When you hold it like this, the crochet pin is like this. You go straight ahead and get your extension. This is the extension we're working with today. I told you that if you're a brown, if you like this color, brown shaded, I love this color. When you mix this color with this 33 color with color 27, and my God, your braid is going to, that's the color I love most. I'm going to braid on this color very soon. So now look at the color, very nice, brownish color. So go ahead and grab the size of extension that we're going to be using. The size of extensions we're going to be using today is just a normal medium extension. Normally, I explain to you guys when we're doing hair, what I call my medium might not be your medium. It might be your micro. It depends on what you want to choose. So for me, I call this medium. It's nothing. You can decide to choose any size you want for the braid. But the only thing is that when you're choosing a size for your braid, make sure that the size goes uniform until you finish all your braid. Make sure that you have the same size of extension before you finish all your braid. Don't bring one size to be medium. Don't bring the other one to be jumbo. Don't bring the other one to be micro. Everywhere will be color size riots. They'll be rioting. When somebody just sees, they'll think, oh, this person is a new beginner. I think he's still practicing. But when you come to this class, we do the right thing. Even if you're a new beginner, we do the right thing. So you go ahead and grab your extension, medium size, and that is it. Then the next step we're going to do, we're going to share this extension into two. Into two, we're sharing this extension. It's called ratio 2:1. I've pinned down the crochet pin. If you're the type that want to purchase the crochet pin, it's pinned down for you already. Go ahead and get it. So now we are going to split this extension into two, ratio 2:1, meaning the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. So let's go ahead and do this. Yes, so let me go ahead and pin the mannequin. The training head is very much important. So now we are going to do what? Take this one that is smaller on the right hand, we are going to hold it. Then you take this one that is 2 times bigger on the left hand, bring it down and just put it anywhere. Place it anywhere you want. That is absolutely okay. Then you go ahead and make sure that you put this in place in together, making sure that they are of the same length. So when you have it of the same length, you're going to create a loop like this. Can everybody see it? You're going to use your thumb and index finger to press on it and you're creating a loop already. Let's continue to share the video. Thank you so much, everyone, for liking the video. Mabel likes the video. God bless you, Mabel. God bless you. Let's give thanks to everybody. Support the live goal. Make sure that we complete it and everything that we have on live today to make it successful. Thank you so much and God bless. So now, what you're going to do is that you're going to have this. When you have it like this, go ahead where your crochet pin is, because it's opened already, put this crochet pin. Go ahead and hook it. When you hook your extension there, the next step is go ahead and cover it. When you cover it, start gradually pull your extension out. This method we are doing is called the rubber band using the crochet pin. Rubber band method using the crochet pin. So when you put it up to this, take this your crochet pin, remove it and put it on one side. The next step you're going to do, this is my left hand and this is my right hand, as you can see. So you go ahead and use this. Hold onto this hair with your left hand. Look at it, I'm holding it. Then you use your right hand to pull the other part of the hair out. When you pull this other part of the hair out, the reason why we are holding it with our left hand, if I decide to pull this hair without holding it, the next step you're going to see that everything is going to come off. We don't want to be doing double job. I'm not here to do double job. You are not there to do double job. So follow the procedures and the techniques of how to go about it. So the next step is that you're going to release this. When you find out that in the process of inserting your crochet pin into this hair, it has loosened the hair from the roots a little bit. What next are you going to do? Gradually open up this hair, split it into two again, and pull it on both sides. When you pull it on both sides, not too tight, but secured, that's enough. It has secured the hair more. So the next step you're going to do, release this hair, and you do it this way. When it's like this, my dear, you're good to go. The next thing you're going to do, grab this extension that is 2 times bigger and start braiding. So let's go ahead and do this. Share the video, like the video. Let's bring other people in so that they can see this before we not start repeating several times. So now we're going to braid this hair. I'm holding this extension that is 2 times bigger. I've aligned it to the points that both of them are on the same size. The next step you're going to do, I hope everybody can see me. So you go ahead and take your left hand. This is my left hand. Go ahead and hold it with your thumb and your index finger. When you hold this hair with your thumb and index finger, the next step, place the middle of this your extension right here and hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Easy peasy. Let somebody be tapping. Please, can somebody volunteer and tap on this Grace, on the Child Grace account, please? Tap, tap, tap. Let's bring other people in. Thank you so much and God bless you. So the more you tap, the more the system and the algorithm will think that, oh, we are not just lying here doing nothing. So let the system know that we are enjoying the class and we know we are here in the system. So now, the next step we are going to do, who is always calling me now? Hey, bros, I'm live. Oh, I'm live now. I'm live. I'm doing my lessons. I'm doing lessons on live now, please. Sorry about that. I have a call, but it's important. So now that you're holding this hair with your thumb and your index finger, the next step I'm going to explain is that this hair in the middle, when you're doing rubber band method, the natural hair in the middle, only the middle have the natural hair. Only the middle of the hair have the natural hair. What I'm going to advise, because we are new beginners, I don't want you to get this hair complicated. Go straight ahead and start braiding this hair. So the next step you're going to do, holding it with your thumb and index finger with your left hand, go straight ahead, take this extension that is on the right hand, bring it into the left hand. If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, we're going to start this braiding with my right hand. Take this one and bring it in. Can everybody see it? When you bring it in, you just use your pinky finger to support it. Then you go straight ahead and start braiding. What was that? Okay, I didn't hold it down. Let me hold both of them. Let's go ahead. I missed to hold the other down. So now we'll place it on it. If you're a right-handed person, go ahead and use your right. Braid this one first. Then you hold this one in the middle, secure it, pull it on the side, securing it with your thumb and index finger. Take this one you have on your left hand, bring it into your right hand. My dear, the braid is ready. Now you can go ahead and start braiding. You see how simple this method looks? Go ahead and share the video, like the video. The more we like, it's going to help us. So we'll go ahead. Always make sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair when you want to do this. Always make sure. So now let's go ahead and braid. This hair, this extension we are using today is almost similar to this, but the hair is darker. You can still tell the difference. So now when you're still braiding, make sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair. So it's called tucking your hair in. your natural hair in, then you go ahead and start braiding. Watch me as I braid this hair. If you're coming here for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. Share the live videos. Let other people come and join us and enjoy this. Most people want to do this braiding skill, but they don't even know that we're here. The more you share it, the better it is. So I'm going to be braiding this hair. Then you go ahead and see. When I braid this hair, I'm going to stop where the natural hair is, because it's going to take us more time to be braiding. Normally, I leave out the tip of the hair, because by the time we finish braiding this hair, we are going to be using the tips of the hair to teach us how to end the tips of our braid. Let's go ahead and share the live, share, how to end the tips of our braid. Let me go ahead and fasten up so that we can see what we have done so far. So if you know that it's your first time of joining the class, you're highly welcome. Can you see it? We have braided this. Very, very beautiful. Nobody even know that we added rubber band into this. Very, very secured. So if you're there and you're a new beginner, you want to learn how to braid, this method is good for you. Start with this method, and we're moving up into the natural and traditional method of adding extension to our braid. So this first method is using the crochet pin and using the rubber band. So the next method we are going to be using, they are related to each other, but the difference is that you're not going to be using the crochet pin to insert the hair. All you have to do at this point is that you're only using the rubber band method. So watch me as I do the next method. This method might be the best method for you as a beginner. You go ahead and use it. We have 6 good methods we are going to be showing you in this class today. So we've done the first one. If you know you missed the first one, not to worry. Let's finish all the techniques. Then we'll find out which one that you've missed or which one you didn't understand. You put it on the comment section, then we're going to repeat it if we still have time, because our class is between 12 and 2 p.m. So now, the next one we are going to do, we are going to be highlighting this hair. Go ahead and get your comb. Highlight your comb. If you have your mannequin already, if you bought your mannequin already, if it has been delivered to you and is in front of you, you're practicing with me, go ahead and do the practice. But if not, we can do it later and watch the videos and do it later. So now, let's go ahead and split this hair from this part. I'm going to be sharing this hair into 2. Yes, I think it's a lot. Let's go ahead and do it into 3. It's a lot. So now I'm going to be highlighting the hair using my tail comb. Can everybody see it? Using the tail comb to highlight this hair. Then the next step you're going to do, if you're not working with this other hair, always make sure you have your clip. You see that I have my clips all over. Use your clips to just hold on to the hair. When you hold on to the hair, the next step you're going to do, thank you so much and God bless you all. Let's see. Thank you if you're just joining. You're welcome. Thank you so much and God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you. So now, before you came, I was even talking about, if you know you want to enroll for the master class, we are going to be enrolling on Friday. Get prepared. Limited space for January classes. So now, let's go ahead. I'm going to elaborate on it on the Friday. So I'm just giving you tiny bit of hint. If you know you want to go into the class to know a lot of things, this is your time to get ready. So now we are going to be combing this hair. When you comb the hair, make sure you remove all the knots in it. We don't want to see that there's knots in the hair. You go straight ahead. Do what? Split this hair into 2. This is the second method. Watch this method. Split. You've already highlighted the hair you're working with. You're going to split this hair into 2 equal parts. Watch me. Split this hair into 2 equal parts. Can everybody see it? When you split the hair into 2 equal parts, go ahead and grab your extension. If you don't know how to do extension this way, you can use a rack as well. Let me pin down the rack. If you're the one interested in getting a rack, you find it very difficult to get your extension, you can as well. I pin the rack down. You can go ahead and get your rack. It's just £13.84. Very, very affordable. So you go ahead and get a rack. What you use with the rack is that, as a beginner, most people find it very difficult to get their extensions this way. The next step you're going to do, place them on the rack. See this size? You've chosen this size as your medium size, right? The next step, when you grab this, if this is your rack, let me use my hand at the rack at this point. You place it on it. You go ahead, grab another one. When you grab another one, you make sure it's okay and it's the same size. You put it like that. So can you see? You take the next one. Make sure that if you have a rack, line up the sizes of your extensions into your rack. When you put it into your rack, it's going to help you to know the sizes of extensions that you're going to use. It's going to make your braid so uniform. Let's keep tapping, please. Thank you so much. The more we don't tap, it's not going to help us. Please, thank you so much, and God bless you. Tap, 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 tap is going to help us. Tap, tap, tap. So now, this is how you do it. And you see it, if you're taking this and placing it in your rack, you can have it up to 10 or 12 before you can start the braiding. So you don't want a situation whereby when you don't have it, your braids and extensions will not look the same. But if you do it this way, it's going to look the same. Please let somebody volunteer to be tapping on the screen and share. We are 48 here. We can do it. Let's go ahead and move this like to 10,000, please. Let's move it to 10,000. God bless you. Let's move it. This one is not even going anywhere yet. Go ahead. When those ones watching me on the Childbirth, please let somebody volunteer and tap, and let the system know that we are here. We are busy. We are not idle here. Thank you so much. So now, the next step you're going to take, you're going to grab the extension that you're going to be working with. Split these extensions into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Can everybody see it? Let me make sure they are equal. So the next step you're going to take this one that is 2 times bigger. Look at it. Take this one that is 2 times bigger, put it aside. So when you put it aside, you're going to grab the smaller portion of it. Make sure they are measured to be on the same length. Measure it to be on the same length. Then the next step you're going to do, take it in the middle and place it in the middle of this. Look at it. Place it in the middle. Can everybody see it? Place it in the middle. Thank you so much. As you're joining, please tap on the screen. It's going to help us. Place it in the middle. When you place it in the middle, the next step you're going to do, go ahead and grab your extensions. Look at your rubber band. The difference between the first method and the second method is that the first method, we use the crochet pin to insert the smaller part of the extension after using our rubber band to hold on it. But with this method, you're not needing the crochet pin. All you do is just split it into 2, place the natural hair, the smaller part of the extensions in the middle before you use your rubber band. Then you just close it up like this, making sure that the smaller part of the extensions in the middle. This method are really friendly beginners, and it's so good for you to know this method, because the more you just use this method, it's going to help you to get. I like this method. Thank you so much, Slide Steve. Thank you so much. That is absolutely easy. Even if you're doing for your kids, go ahead and try this method. Look at it. Split the natural hair you're having into 2. Put the smaller part of it in it. Close it. Take your rubber band at this point. Then you go ahead and secure it. Like the video, share the video, and invite more people to come in. So now you're going ahead to secure this hair with this rubber band. Make sure you finish exhausting the rubber band. Make it go round. Exhaust the rubber band until the point that everything, you're no longer seeing the leftover of the rubber band. It was already gone round to it. So when you do that, the next step you're going to take, you're going to do what? Go ahead and split this hair into 2, then pull it on both sides. So when you pull this on both sides, it's going to secure the hair more to the root. Don't pull it too tight. Don't pull it too tight, right? Then you go ahead and bring this hair down. The next step we're going to do now is to go ahead and start braiding. At this point, your hair is ready to braid. Grab the other part of the extension that is 2 times bigger. Let me brush it. This extension is just as if it's having it's not properly brushed. Let me brush it. So our braids will become very, very smooth. So when you have it like this, you equate it to the same length. Make sure they're on the same length. Holding it on your right hand, then you pull your mannequin to the point whereby you start braiding. Then you go ahead, hold this hair, hold this with your left hand, thumb and index finger. This thumb and index finger, they play vital role to doing hair. So you're going to hold this. When you hold it this way, place the middle of this extension that is 2 times bigger on top of it. hold it with your thumb and index finger. When you hold it with your thumb and index finger, start braiding your hair. If you're a right-handed person, you're going to start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, you're going to start with your left hand. At this point, when you're doing this rubber band method, the natural hair is going to be in the middle. Go ahead and braid it because you're a beginner, right? So when you braid it, do not worry about it at this point. But when we get to the method of traditional and normal natural method, you're going to be splitting the natural hair to the extensions as well. So let's go ahead and braid this. If you're a right-handed person, take it with your right hand first. From my right hand, this is my right hand, bring it in. When you're bringing it in into your left, thank you so much everyone supporting this live. God bless you. Then you go ahead, move this one in the middle to your right hand, securing it with your thumb and your index finger. From your left hand, take it and bring it into your right hand. Then you go ahead, secure the one in the middle. You started braiding this hair already. That's how simple this method is. This method, you don't have to flip your hands. You just go ahead and start braiding. The next step you're going to note on this method is that you're going to be using these extensions to cover the natural hair so that it won't be popping out. I know this color, they are almost similar color. They go there, but then we don't want the brown to be coming out because this one is more lighter shades than the other shade. Thank you so much for liking the video. Adedoyola Kunle, God bless you. So just go ahead and do this. Thank you so much everyone supporting, and God bless you all. So you go ahead and start braiding the hair. So when you braid the hair, not minding that only the natural hair is in the middle, do not worry. So when we get to that point that we have mastered to our braiding, we can begin to split it by ourselves. Even at that point, you start using the natural and traditional method. All this method is going to do for you is that it's going to help you to get into braiding. No more complain, no more say, okay, I cannot hold the natural traditional method. It's when I hold it, the root of the hair is not secured. But with this method, it's going to get secured and it's going to help you to be fast in your braiding. That is what it does. So when you start with this, we'll gradually move up to the step of using the natural and traditional method. Can everybody see it? Look at it. Very, very nice and secured. Can everybody see it? Very, very nice and secured. Have you ever tried this method? Yes. So let's go ahead now. This is the second method now related to the rubber band method. But this second method, we don't need a crochet pin to add it. You've seen how I demonstrated it to you now. The same way you're going to try it when you're at home doing your practicals. But now we're going to move into the next method. Thank you so much and God bless you. Let's go ahead and make sure we check the gallery and see what we need to make sure we meet our goals for today. God bless you for that. So now we're going to go ahead and do the third method related to the rubber band method. Now we've done the first method, we've done the second method, we're going to doing the third method. You don't know, maybe after trying the sixth method, it depends on which one that you feel like going after. Go ahead and choose any of the method. So let's go straight ahead and part this hair into two. We are going to be parting this hair into two. When you go ahead and part this method is also good for kids that doesn't like to do their hair. Most children, when you touch their hair, they find it very hard and difficult to do their hair. Excuse me, I think somebody's at the door. What's that? Is it parcel? What parcel is that? Oh, they've sent it already. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead. So the next step we're going to do is rubber band method related to this method is related to the rubber band method, but then this method you don't need the crochet pin, or you don't need the crochet pin, you don't need the rubber band on this one. Let's go ahead and I'll show you this method of how to install this braid. So now that you've parted your hair, go ahead and make sure you comb this hair. Always comb the hair. When you comb the hair out, it's going to be nice and smooth, combing out and brushing out all the knots in it. So the next step we're going to do, we're going to split this hair into two. The reason why it's related to this rubber band method is that we're splitting it into two to insert our extensions in the middle. Go ahead and split this one into two. Can everybody see it? When you split it into two, then the next step is getting your extension. So this is the extension. You're going to split this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand is 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Take this one you have on your left hand that is bigger, just put it somewhere. Then you grab this one that is smaller. Make sure you put it on the same level. This method, for those that doesn't want rubber band on their hair, for those that doesn't want to use the crochet pin, this method is good for you. So now that it's open, we split it into two. Go and hold this in the middle. When you hold this in the middle, place this in the middle of it. So when you put it in the middle, the next step you're going to do, close it together while the extensions is in the middle. You have to split this hair now into 3. The natural hair, you're going to split this natural hair into 3 and braid it down. Can you see what I'm doing? Braid it a little bit down. When you braid it down, the braiding is going to be holding onto the smaller part of the extension. So let's share the video. Let's like the video. Let's not be tired. Go ahead. Let somebody volunteer. Tap, 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 tap. The more we tap, the more the algorithm is going to help us. And let's move this like to 10,000 likes, please. Thank you so much. So now that you have braided the extension down in the middle, it's going to look like this. So the next step you're going to do, you're going to just bring it down. So this method, when you do this method is even related to the natural and traditional method in the sense that, let me bring this, let's put the crochet, let's pull the crochet pin down. I pinned down the mannequin training hair in case of those that want to purchase theirs immediately. So now this is the extension. You're going to grab the extension that is 2 times bigger. Then you now move the training hair. Use your left hand to hold the hair. Look at this one. We just braided it down. Who is this one? Okay. We just braided it down. The next step you're going to do, take your left hand, hold on to this. When you do this method, because there's no rubber band, you're not using crochet, it looks like the natural and traditional method. Let's go ahead. I'm going to show you at the end of our lessons. You see the difference. Place this hair in the middle. Place the extension in the middle, holding it with your thumb and your index finger. So the next step you're going to do on this one, you're going to grab this. If you're a right-handed person, you're starting with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, you're going to start this braid with your left hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start with the right hand. Take this braid from the right hand, you bring it in to your left. From your right into your left, in. So when you grab it, grab this one in the middle, secure it with your thumb and your index finger. Take the other strands from your left hand, bring it into your right. So when you bring it into your right, that is just it. You start braiding the hair. You see how simple it is? Very, very simple methods to get into braiding. So now we have this natural hair in the middle. So what we are going to do with this natural hair, we are going to use these extensions to cover the natural hair. It's called tucking your extensions in your natural hair in. So let's go ahead and braid. Now, the hair we are doing, they are almost closely in color, but then slightly different because this is a deep brown and this is the light shaded brown. So, but still use your natural extensions to cover the natural hair while you braid the hair. So watch me as I do this. Thank you so much for everything. Please keep tapping, keep tapping. Let's go ahead and do, as we're doing the practical, let's go ahead. So now I'm going to be braiding this down. Let me just go ahead and braid it very fast. If you're joining us for the first time, you're seeing me for the first time, you're highly welcome. Or you're just watching me from the For You page and just watching, you're welcome as well. Be bold to come into the class. But because on Friday, we're going to be talking about the main class where I'm going to be paying attention to individuals using the Zoom. So if you want to enroll, that's a paid class. It's limited class, a limited position. We don't have much people to take in. The first one come, first serve. So now on Friday, we're going to be doing that. So get ready to enroll, and that course is going to be throughout January. So I'm going to talk to you about it on Friday. So now let's go ahead and start braiding this hair. I'm not going to braid it up to the down because the hair is too long. It's not going to be wasting our time. So now this is it. Look at it. This method is related to the rubber band method, but then because it doesn't have the crochet pin used, it doesn't have the rubber band used, it looks like the natural and traditional method. Hi Queen, you're welcome. Everyone is welcome. Let's keep on tapping and share the videos. So now this is it. Can everybody see it? We've done the first three methods related to the rubber band method. The first one is the one that you use the crochet pin to insert the smaller part of the hair. The second one is just using the rubber band, and the third one is no rubber band, no crochet. So now that we've done the three methods, is there any method that you didn't understand, or is there anyone you want me to repeat before we move forward? I'm only going to repeat just one. When I repeat one for this last one, we're going to highlight the hair again and do the natural and traditional method of how to add your extensions into your braid. So if there's any of the question there, I want to see it on the comment section, which of the method you want me to repeat from this three method. So then we'll go ahead. But if it's clear and you understand it, let's move straight to the natural and traditional method. I want to see the answer from the comment section, then I will now know what to do. Which of the methods do you want me to repeat from this method? If it's clear, that is fine. Then we'll go into the natural and traditional method. Does anybody have any question? Let me have it on the comment section before we move it forward. Let's keep tapping because we have other three methods I'm going to show you before we leave the class today. Thank you so much as you join. Photo end, join. Thank you everyone. Sonu, Mungai, you're welcome. Lady, everyone, they're welcome to the live. Do we have any? The first, let me see which of the one. The last one you did, please. Okay, the last one. Let's go ahead. Somebody said the last one. If we agree, I'm going to do the last one again. That last one doesn't require rubber band. It doesn't require crochet pin. So you can just only go and do it, and it looks like the natural and traditional method of adding extensions to the braid. So to the natural hair. Why we do all this method is because as a beginner, most of us find it very, very difficult to use the natural and traditional method to install the extension in a natural way, where you grip the hair from the root, split the natural hair into three and insert it. That is why this method came in. This method are good. If you're just new into braiding, if it's your first time, you go ahead and use this method. You start braiding before you know it. So let's go ahead and do this other method that we want to repeat. The last method that is related to the rubber band method, which doesn't require the crochet pin. It doesn't require the rubber band. So let's go ahead. Let's keep tapping because I'm not seeing the red I love icon. I want to be seeing that red love icon. Go ahead, please, and support this live. For we only have few hours, 1 hour to go. Then we'll call it a day. Thank you so much, and God bless you for tapping. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So the last method we've done. We completed the three methods related to the rubber band method. But this last method that you want me to repeat, the reason why it's related to the rubber band method is that because we use the same technique of splitting it into two, then adding the extensions in the middle. Apart from that, there's no rubber band in it. Thank you so much, and God bless you. The only reason why we are using this is because we're using the same technique we use for other methods, the second method to do this. So now that you have splitted this hair into two, look at it. This is the hair we're working with. Comb the hair and you split it into two. When you split it into two, the next step you're going to do, go ahead and get your extension. Wow. I hope this extension is not going to... Look at it. Okay, wait. 1 minute. Yeah. That's the reason why we need to knot the extension. If not, it's going to be... So now I'm going to brush this because this extension, it doesn't look really smooth on my eye. So now, most of the extensions, when you put color in them, the chemical will just make it become something else. Nevertheless, so now this is the extension we're working with, medium size. So, but when you're doing your braid, make sure that the braids are all the same sizes. Do you understand? Make sure that the braids are all the same sizes. Because now, if you have this one to be jumbo, and you have this one micro, and you have this one mini, I'm telling you, people will just notice that this person is a learner. But if you're learning in this class, I don't want people to notice that you're learning. That is the reason why I'm telling you the right way of doing your braids. Make sure that you're taking this according to the size, and let the same size that you've taken be all the size that you use in finishing all your braids. So now we are going to split these extensions into two, ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Let's take this one I have on my left hand, put it aside. If you're watching me and you want to come into the class, this is a paid class. On Friday, I only have limited space. On Friday, we're going to be talking about it. Be present on Friday. Then the class is going to hold in January. I'm going to tell you all the things we're going to do more advanced than what we're doing, so that you get into braiding and get into business. So now we are going to be folding this hair into two. When you fold this hair into two, you're going to do what? Place it. You splitted this one into two. Place this middle of this one in the middle of this. Can everybody see it? Look at it. If you know that everything is closing, that is why you have your clip. You can also use your clip to hold on to it like this to be a good learner. You have your put it, then when you want to close it, you remove the clips. Yes. So now the next step we're going to do, watch this method. This method looks like the natural and traditional method of adding extensions into your braid, because now you've already placed the smaller extensions in the middle. Then you now go ahead and cover it with the natural hair. Split this natural hair into three. Split it into three. We're going to be braiding it down a little bit, not too much. You see? When you split it into three, braid it down. All these protocols, all these methods are because we are beginners. Go ahead and use them, because the more you use them, the more it's going to be helpful for you to do your braiding. So now let's go ahead and braid this. When you're braiding, just braid a little bit, just tiny bit, then you release this natural hair. All it does is that it's just to secure this using natural hair to secure the smaller braids that you place in the middle. Then you now grab the bigger braids. Look at it. The bigger extension that is 2 times bigger than this other one. Hold it on your right hand. Then you adjust your mannequin. If you're already doing this hair with somebody, a client, or you're holding your mannequin, go ahead and adjust your mannequin. Position yourself very well. When you're doing braid, always make sure you're positioned very well. Be comfortable. You don't want to hurt your back, head, and safety reason, right? So position yourself very well and you're okay. Go ahead and hold this hair with your left hand. This is my left hand. Go ahead and hold on to it with your left hand. Sorry, 1 minute. This hair, because I just loosened this hair and it's just bringing out all the tiny bits. We've used this mannequin about 5 times. We fill it up for the training before taking it off. So the next step you are going to do, take this hair and place it in the middle like this. Then you hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Now we have 3 strands. This one from the right hand, the one in the middle, and the other one on the left hand. What are you going to do now? If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start your braid with your left hand. Since I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start this braid. Look at it. From my right hand, take it in. From your right into your left, you bring it in. You grab this one in the middle, secure it very well with your thumb and your index finger. Take the other strand from your left hand, bring it into your right, secure it. When you do that, finito. Little simple braiding, so you don't get into braiding. You started braiding the hair already. That's how simple this method could be. Very, very simple. And this method, because there's no rubber band in it, there's no crochet, you didn't use any crochet, it looks like the natural and traditional method of adding extension to your hair. Did everybody understand it? Let's go ahead and braid this. I'm going to show you the hair that we've achieved so far. If you know you have started this with me, because most students are doing the same thing with me as I'm doing, let's keep tapping. I know we are doing the practice, but let's keep tapping. Tap, 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 tap. Make sure that the system will not shut us down. They won't restrict us from this line, as if we're idle here doing nothing. So go ahead and tap on the screen and bring more likes in, so that the system will think that, oh, we like what we are watching, we like what we are seeing, and it will make it that it will take it to the For You page as well. So now I'm trying to braid this hair down. Let me go ahead and braid it down. Can you ever see? See, and what I'm going to tell you about this is that when you're doing this one, because the natural hair is in the middle, Make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Make sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair. What it does that is going to make your braid very neat and more professional. Very, very neat. Because if you don't do it, good afternoon, Sophia. Mama Sophia, how are you? Good afternoon. If you don't do it, when you're braiding your hair and your natural hair is showing on top of your braid, it's not going to last longer. It's not going to look professional. It's not going to look nice. So do the right thing. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting, and God bless you all. As you're supporting this life, may God bless you. So now let's go ahead and finish our braiding. I'm covering this using the extension to cover the natural hair, then I braid. And this extensions, natural hair that is in the middle with this method, you can go ahead and just leave it. By the time you get into braiding, by the time you know how to braid, you'll be able, good afternoon, Queen Aura, you're welcome. Hello, everyone. Abdul, hello, Ma, you're welcome. Oh dear, you're welcome. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. So let's go ahead and braid it, and I'm going to show you. You see how nice this braid is. If you use this last method, look at it. I'll bring it closer to the camera. It looks like the natural and traditional method of adding this, whereas this method is just the one of the rubber band method, the last method from the rubber band method to get our hair braided. How simple it is. Can you see? I didn't flip it. You see how simple it is to get into the braiding. You start braiding. If you're here watching me, the same day you can braid. I'm telling you the truth, because those methods are really good to get into. So now that we've done this method, and you see the three methods, and I repeated the last one, which is this one. These two methods are related to each other, which is the one without no crochet, no rubber band. Then this first one is using the crochet to insert the extension, and the second one is just using the rubber band and you start braiding. So now we are going to move straight into, I hope everybody understand this method. If you know you understand this method, because this class is friendly, beginners friendly class, before we move into a little bit more advanced method of doing this, which is the natural and traditional method. If you know you're clear with this method that we have used, put it under the comment section. Yes, let's move on to the natural and traditional method. I'm watching. You have a comment on the Child Grace. If you're joining me from that account, keep tapping, keep tapping. If you're joining me on a Grace tutorial, let's keep tapping. Yes, you're clear. What's the name of the braid you're using, please? The name of the braid is just extension. You don't have to, you can go to the shop and get any extension, right? Go to any shop and get any extension. The brand name doesn't really matter at this point, because when you're saying the brand names, as if you're promoting one extension to the other. No, just go as far as it's extension. Go to any shop, you have the extension to work with. Go ahead and get your extension. It's just the packaging that is different, the name that is different, but everything in the pack is the same thing. So when you go to the hair shop and you want to get your extension, because somebody is asking, which extension do I use for this one? This is, we are using extension, normal extension. This is not Brazilian wool. This is normal extension. And this normal extension, they come in different brands. Go ahead and get any of the brands that is suitable for you. Yes. So let's go ahead and continue with our lessons. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Let's give this chest to everybody watching and tapping. Continue to tap, because the more I see the red icon, the more it gives me that energy to be able to do this. Yes. So let me give a little bit of announcement. Tomorrow I'm still going to say, but on Friday will be the due day to enroll for the paid class. If you know you want to go into knowing this braid and advancing more to what I'm teaching you, we're going to have the whole January for our courses. Most people have been asking me, I've got a lot of people that are there. I only have limited space, but on Friday, we're going to enroll. You tell me, put your name there, make your payments and everything. On January, first week, we're going to start our classes. You're going to see the difference. So now let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to be highlighting the hair. I'm going to show you a lot of things. Let's go ahead and highlight this one. Now I'm taking all my clips away. You have to work with your clips. You have to work with your rubber bands and everything, because to secure the hair that you're not working with is very, very important. So let's go ahead. This hair is so dry. You know that. You know what? Let me see what I can put on this hair to soften it. Okay, I didn't come with that other. Let me put a little bit of mousse. I've been losing this hair several times. Put it in hot water. It makes the hair so dry. Very, very. Let me do this to soften it a bit. I'm supposed to use like a conditioner, but I cannot go upstairs now. Let's just use this a bit to soften it. It makes the hair too dry for me. So now we are going to be taking the next step of, when you're highlighting, I'm teaching you how to highlight as well. This is the first line. Can everybody see it? When you're doing the first line, we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the second line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With two difference. Can you understand it? But then it depends on the size of the hair you're doing. If you know you're doing this one 4, if you're splitting this down part 4, you're going to split this one either 5 or 6. Some people, their hairline is too when you see their hairline from here to here, is a bit tiny. So it can just be 3 when you highlight it. Yes, it can just be only 3 when you highlight it. But most people, they have their hairline here is very wide. So you just make that 4 instead of 3. Or it depends on the size you're doing. If you're doing the same size as this tiny size, let's see. Okay, let me refresh this page. 1 minute. Yeah. If you're doing the same size as I'm doing, you have to make sure you do it like this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then, as a beginner, please, if you're just beginning to learn how to do hair, don't go and do this hair very tiny, because you're going to get tired on the way. All those tips, I'm going to put them down, tell you all the things you're going to do when we get into the class. So now, don't go and start doing this hair tiny and it's your first time of doing braids. Don't do that, because you're at the mid. In fact, you're not going to do up to the half. You get tired. But the only advice I'm going to give is that if you're starting as a beginner, please split the hair into like 30 or 40. Using the rubber band method, start with that first. So when you get past that stage and you feel like, okay, I'm confident and I can move forward, then your next braid you're going to do, you increase it to 40, increase it to 50. Then you're working on your speed, then you're not getting tired, then you're getting used to the braid. But if you just say, because I want to do it very tiny, you start, I'm telling you, except the person you're doing the hair is going to take 3 days or 4 days to complete it. If they are patient enough, fine. But if not, if you want to complete the hair the same day, if you're doing it for your child, please go ahead and do about 30 or 40 braids is enough as a beginner. Start with that. After you must have practiced with your mannequin and your confidence, then you move your skills that you've practiced with the training head. Please do. And yes. I'm going to talk about this on Friday. We have 3 classes that we're calling the beginners classes, the intermediate classes, and the advanced classes. I'm going to, if I only have limited space, I just want to throw it out there because I've been promising I'm going to throw it out there. So on Friday, we're going to talk about it. You enroll. I'll mention everything that has to do with every classes. Anyone you want to get involved with, you enroll. We'll be meeting in the Zoom class, not this one. That will be personal. I'll see what you're doing. Most people don't want to show their work on the internet, but that class will just be like a private something that you can show me. Start from there. We'll know your ability, and that is it. So I'm just giving you a hint for those that will be here. Be prepared on Friday because we have limited space. First come, first serve. When it's full, it's full. You have to wait for the next month. So now let's go ahead and do the next line. So the next line is that, look at the size of what you've been doing before. Let's say this one is about 1 inch. Then you go ahead and go and watch it. If you're parting your hair, take that same size. Don't make this one more bigger. And at the end, I'm not going to even explain much because when we go into our classes, I'm going to be giving you the tricks and everything of how to go into it. But now I'm showing you is you just go ahead and pass this hair. When you pass this hair to this point, make sure they are all the same. Look at it. Make sure that it's the same sizes. And we are doing a block method. You first of all part it horizontally. After this line, I don't think maybe we cannot go any further. We just go and take this other line from this side. Right? When you do the first, second, third, is enough. Then you now go, if you're doing the round method, you now go ahead, and there are different ways to part hair. But this is the simple way of parting hair. Good for the beginners. Let's go ahead and use this method. First, Then if we want to go more further, when we come into the class, we're going to show you different method of parting your hair as well. So now we're going to hold on to this one that we're not working with. If you know you've not gotten your mannequin or training hair, go ahead, because in January you need to have them. I've pinned them down in my other account. Go ahead and purchase your training hair because you need it. Everything you needed is in that store. When you click on it, Child Grace store, click on it, then you go ahead and get all your materials. You need your stand. If you don't want your stand, if you don't want the stand on your training mannequin hair, sorry, I'm not digressing. Then I need to explain. So this is how the packet of the hair mannequin. This is the training head. This is the training head. This is how it comes. It comes in this form, but then it has something that those people watching me on the Child Grace, you're going to see that clip. It comes with this. So with this one, you're going to put it here. If you have a flat table, if you really have a flat table where you can put it, you just gradually open this and put it on your flat table and screw it. Then you start using it for practice. But then if you don't have a flat table, what you're going to do is that you're going to buy a stand. Look at me, I'm using a stand all this while. And this stand that I'm using will help me. If I want to stand up like this, I can stand and do my practice. If I want to sit down, I'll just adjust it to the point whereby I can sit down. Then you can do your practice. So I just want to explain a little bit while we're still in our class. So go ahead and get your stuff ready. January, for 4th week of the January, we'll be enrolling on Friday. Then we'll have our class started January, which we're going to talk fully about it. I'm just giving you hint for those that are here today. For those that will be here tomorrow, hint. Then for those that are not here, it's going to be boom on Friday. So let's go ahead. Now you're going to be, when you've highlighted this hair horizontally, you're going to come vertically to take this hair. What you're going to do, look at the previous hair you've done already before. Look at it. This one that you've done already before. You go straight in the middle to grab this one because we are doing the same size. If you're doing more bigger size, you're still going to use the same method. Go ahead and take this first one that we're going to do. When you take this first one, when we plait it, it's going to fall on this side. Then when you take the next one from the middle of this one, it's going to fall in the middle, filling up the gaps so that when you do your hair, you don't have gaps in between. There's a lot to learn. Tricks of how you can do hair. I know a lot of people are going to make money and have their shops while they are learning this. We're going to talk about all that. So let's go ahead and do our practical. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If today is your first time of meeting me on this online, you're welcome, you're friendly. Because this class, we are all friendly beginners. Even if you don't know how to braid at all and you're here, you're thinking, do I belong to this class? Yes. Tomorrow, meet me by 12 p.m. in online here. I'm going to show you the tricks and the tip of how to get into braiding using the natural hair before you now come into the class adding extensions into it. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to comb this one always look at it. Even with this hair, if you don't comb it, don't put up extension on your hair without combing because it's going to break your hair. Normally, hair braiding is a protective style that protects your stiff hair from breakage. But then if you don't comb it and add your extension into do you know what will happen? By the time you're taking the hair up, you're going to be losing your hair. So as a braider that you're learn in the right way. Whereas if you have your clients and you do their hair is going to be secured and really nice. They will not say, oh, this person, her hand is not breaking my hair. No, because you're doing the right thing. So all you're going to observe when you have this hair between 4 to 8 weeks is that you're going to have undergrowth. That undergrowth is that it has increased your hair in size, not breaking your hair. Right? So let's go ahead. This first method we're going to do is related to the natural and traditional method of adding extensions into our braid. This is the ones that we use, but then most people find it very difficult to do this method. That's why we introduce the rubber band method, which is okay. For the kids that are so hurtful when they are doing hair, please try rubber band method. Don't disturb those students. When you hold it with the rubber band, just go ahead and start braiding their hair. So now let's go ahead and do this. This is almost time for Christmas. You need to learn something and put nice hair. Maybe I'm going to do some styles, maybe for us on Friday or tomorrow. Things that we just do for our kids this Christmas. Simple styles, puffy styles to do. I'll bring it up so that you can be able to do something. for them this Christmas. So now we are going to be going to take our extension. When you're grabbing your extension, I've already explained, there's a rack too on that store. If you don't know how to take your extension, get a rack. If you know you cannot afford the rack, please, the handle of your chair will serve. Go ahead and place it. But then if you can afford the rack, it's just there, 13 pounds something. Go ahead and get the rack as well. Let me even clip the rack for those that wanted it. Most people have already pulled that. Now let me pull the rack down. Excuse me. That one is used to. I've pinned it down. Yes, pin it down. For those using this account, if you know you want to get into this is my other account. Look at it. Grace Store. You can go into it, type it on a TikTok shop. There you can get all your materials that we need for the trainings. You can get all the materials that we need for the training. So now let's go ahead. Now we have taken this extension that we're going to be using for our natural and traditional method. What are we going to do next? We're going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. When you split this hair into ratio 2:1, it's going to look like this. Any braids you're doing, let it be ratio 2:1. Now the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. When we get to the last bit, I'm going to explain. So what next are you going to do with this now? You're going to cross it. When we are doing the rubber band method, we didn't cross it. Let's keep tapping because I'm not seeing the red. Let's move this to 11,000 or 12,000. Let's go ahead and move the light. Tap, 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 please. Thank you so much for God bless you for tapping. I know you're paying attention. Let's go ahead. But the more we feel relaxed, the more the system will think that we are sleeping here. We are not sleeping. We are being active. When you touch the screen, it knows that we are active here. Thank you so much, everyone. Help us to meet our goal. Help us to do everything that we have to do. God bless you. Share the live, and this clap goes to everybody. Let's see laughter. How the laughter sound? Let me see. So that's the sound to laughing. Let's smile anyway. Let's be happy. So now this is it. The next step we're going to do, we're going to cross this extension. Watch it. I'm taking this one. Somebody was saying, oh, I don't know how to cross the extension. Take the smaller part of your extension, place it on top of the other bigger part. When you do it this way, it's going to cross like that. Now, look at it. When you hold, because we need 3 strands of extensions to do our braids, look at how it's going to look. Can you see that it's equal? The more the extensions is equal there, the better it is for you. It will give you an even braiding. But if one is smaller than each other, when you're braiding, it's not going to be even. So now let's go ahead. This one, I'm going to be holding this extension this way. Can you see it? Then you go ahead. Hold it with your right hand. Hold it in the middle. Look at it in your right hand. Holding the smaller part of this. That's why they are the same method. Are you still going to show us how to feed in braid in one where the hair is coming out of the this thing is not finished? Yes, we are going to do all that. That's why I'm saying you have to come and enroll in the class. I've done some video whereby you're hiding the extension. Enroll on Friday. We are going to talk about it. The classes are starting whereby you can ask me any question. When you're doing your own practical, you're showing me what you're doing. Serious in the class. This one is a free class and we're always here online. Then we'll move you into the class whereby I'll see you on the Zoom. You have all your stuff ready. You show me what you're doing. Then we'll correct you. So be ready. Limited space available. So now let's go ahead and do this. So this one, you're going to be holding this hair with your left hand. So when you hold this with your left hand, then you have this extension holding it on your right hand. So what are you going to do? Place this extension in the middle like this. You're still holding it with your thumb and your index finger. I've already told you that thumb and index finger play vital role when you're doing hair. What are you going to do next now? This is my right hand. I hope everybody can see the right hand. Go ahead and grab your right hand. Take this other hair. Start. You'll be plaiting this hair as if you're plaiting thread. 1. When you go 1, then you go the next one. 2. It shouldn't be more than 2 so that it won't be so tight. Then you go ahead and hold on to this hair. Then you come here in the middle, split this one. This is the first method on natural and traditional method. Very, very simple. Until now, I didn't know that this method is simple. This is what most professionals are using. Then you start braiding. You see how simple this method is? Very, very simple. I want to see us do this method. Can you see it? Then you start. The next step you're going to do, now that you have it like this, if possible, go ahead and split this natural hair and give it to this one. Because when we're doing the natural and traditional method, all the hair, all the strands of extension is supposed to have the natural hair. So let's go ahead now. Apart from the rubber band method that we are doing, only the natural hair is in the middle. But this one, you have to split it into 3. So let's go ahead. But make sure that you're tucking your natural hair in by allowing the extensions to cover the natural hair. Let's go ahead and braid. Look at it, I'm braiding it. Very, very beautiful. Look at this method. Simple. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and purchase your mannequin. What did I even put down? Let's go ahead and clip another one. Maybe you want the longer mannequin. Let me go ahead and put this one down. Let's put this down. I pin it down. Maybe it's that one that you want. You go ahead and get it. So now I'm going to go ahead and start braiding this hair very fast. It's just because I'm teaching. My speed is, I have a very, very nice speed that will help you to finish up hair on time. So now the more you're practicing and now you know how to install the hair, you're going to work on your speed. The speed is that when you're doing hair, you see the way I'm doing it, you're going to be fast doing this hair. You're going to work on it, because if you don't work on the speed, it's going to be taking you longer time to finish up your braids. So the more you learn how to insert the extension, install it, the more you learn how to be fast when you're doing your braid. Because this whole braid, you see, when they ask us to fill up this braid now, for me, it's going to take me like between 4 hours to do this. But as a beginner, maybe it will take you 3 days if you're taking this size. So, but then if you keep practicing on your speed, you're going to see it. Look at it. Beautiful, secured, and nice. Can you see how this braid is beautiful? That's why most people are using this. Most professionals are using this method. Look at it. Very nice and secured. Look at the roots. Where secured. That's the first method related to the natural and traditional method. So we are going to start and do the other method. When I finish the 3 methods, if you have any question for me, go ahead and ask the question. Let's share the video. We're about 56 of us here, or 58, which is a quite amount that will help us go a long way. Share the videos and tap on the video. It's going to help us. I'm not seeing the love icon again. May God bless everyone that is doing that. Thank you so much. Let's do this. We only have 2 hours. That is the only thing you can do for me while I'm practicalizing this hair. You do your part, I do my part, then we do the class. But if not, if we're here idle and they give us restriction, we cannot use the platform anymore, which is not advisable. Go ahead and do your part while I'm doing my part. Thank you so much and God bless you. Let's give this chest to everybody. Tap, tap, tap. If you're watching me from Child Grace, please, let's tap. The like is just 500. Can we move it up? Move it up at least a bit. People that are there, let me mention their name. Whitway, Perry Jerry, My Yanka. Thank you so much for joining. Please, let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap. Tap on the screen so that it will not feel as if we're idle or sleeping. So the next method we're going to do, this first method that is related to the natural and traditional method, is the one that you plait. You see the way I just did it. So the next one we're going to do now is the method related to natural and traditional method. But then this hair, the natural hair, is going to be the 3rd strand. Let's go ahead and take the next one. I've told you, when you're taking the next one, go to the middle of the previous hair you've done already. Go in the middle like this to grab the other ones that you're going to use. So when you plait this hair now, it's going to place on there, filling the gaps here. When you take the next one, it will fill the gaps here. So all those things I need to explain to you better, then you understand it. When you're practicalizing it, I'm going to see your handwork for the first time. If you're joining the class, though I have limited space, so come on Friday, be ready to get yourself enrolled. Fast payment and everything. Get ready. Then you go into the class. First week of January, you go into our class. Then you see the difference. So if you're starting a business with it, get ready to start making money. Big, big money. So now, let's go ahead and comb this hair. You see, while I'm teaching you, I'm still doing this, practicalizing what I'm teaching you by always combing the hair. Look at it. Take all the knots away. Free the hair from knots. Then the next step we're going to do, go ahead and grab your extension. If you don't know how to take your extension, you have to learn it by buying a rack. When you get your rack, then you place it on top of it. Do about 15 or 20 before starting your braid. It's going to help you to make sure that your braids are uniform. Check all the braids I'm doing. The sizes are uniform. It will help you look more professional. Look at it, and beautiful. But then if you're doing your braid and the extension you're taking, one is bigger, going to Jerusalem. The other one is smaller, going to Nairobi. The other one is smaller, going to it will not help. But then we all need a uniform braids extension. So now I've taken mine. This is my own medium, right? I'm going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. No, no, let's not forget, because this hair, second one we're doing this hair is going to be this third strand. So we're not going to split our extension. You're going to have your extension be the same as the size of the ones you've done before. But then with this method, we are not splitting it into two. Watch me as I do this method. Thank you so much and God bless you. Let's keep tapping. I know that this tapping sometimes is tiring, but let's not be tired until we finish our training, please. Thank you and God bless you. Nana, good afternoon. You're welcome. Let somebody volunteer. There must be volunteer. We are 69 of us here. Please tap, 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 tap. God bless you so that they will not restrict us. We have few minutes to leave. We'll just come and ask questions and we'll leave. Then we'll get ourselves prepared for tomorrow. Tomorrow's lesson, I'm going to be teaching us tomorrow how, for those that I'm going to be teaching us the puffy style, how we can do the puffy style in case you want to do your kids' Christmas hair. I'm going to teach you that tomorrow. But then we're going to do tomorrow. First class is, if you don't know how to braid, you come here at 12 p.m. teach you how to braid. Then tomorrow I'm going to get you a puffy thread style that you can use for Christmas. Design your daughter's hair, do a different thing for them, put your bow and everything tomorrow. Then on Friday, we're going to talk about our paid classes. You're going to enroll. It's enrollment day. I'm going to send a leaflet and information from today, then tomorrow, then Friday we'll do it. When you enroll, January will start. When you can't meet up in that January, you have to wait for the next session. So now, let's go ahead. This is the hair we're working with. Normally, let me explain something to you. If you're doing this method, because we are doing 6 good methods in this class, if you're using this method, this hair must be lengthy like this. If your hair is lengthy, it's okay. If the hair is more longer, it's okay. If the hair is half in the middle, it's fine. But if the hair is short like this, you cannot do this method. Just respect yourself and go and use the rubber band method if you have the short hair, or you use the natural and traditional method whereby you can secure the hair from the roots, plaiting it when you know how to do that. But then with this method, the hair must be lengthy. So now you're going to hold this method. See the reason why this hair must be lengthy. I think this extension is a bit bigger. Let me take a little bit slightly out. I don't want it to be more bigger. So now go ahead and hold on to this. Go and measure this hair. Let them be on the same length. Place it in the middle. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Holding it with your thumb and your index finger. When you hold it with your thumb and your index finger, look at it. This hair, this is the extension. Our middle hair is the second strand, and this one now is the extension. Can everybody see it? So now watch me as I do this method. Most people, this method, they like using this method, but I'll show you how to do this method. Try the 6 method. Choose only one of the method that you use in braiding. When you start braiding with that hair, get perfected with that one and continue to braid with it. By this process of time that you use in learning other methods, you already know it because you will need it in the course of training. Training ahead, advancing your class, you're going to need them. So now let's go ahead. From my right hand, if you're a right-handed person, you're going to start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, you're going to start with your left hand. So because I'm a right-handed person, we're going to start this braid with the right hand. Take the first strand of extension, bring it in from my right into the left. Then I'll now secure it with my thumb and index finger. Then you now go ahead. Because you're using the natural hair to be the third strand, you have to make sure that this hair is well secured. Look at my hand and see the way it's going. Then you hold it like this, clip it, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Bring the other strand, bring it in to my right hand. Then you start braiding. You see how simple this method are? When you braid it to this point, bring the natural hair into the middle. The reason is that, thank you so much, God bless you. The reason is that we are not going to continue to use this our natural hair to be braiding. We are not continuing to be using this natural hair to braiding. All we have to do, when you braid it to this point, 1, 2 braiding, bring the hair to the middle. Come now and borrow some extension. Take some of the extension, bring it to this one, right? Separate it. Bring this extension All this method we're doing is because we are beginners. Most people, this is what they use anyway to do. So you now go ahead and start braiding. Take this one and continue your braiding, but make sure that these extensions are covering the natural hair. Now, because we are doing a natural and traditional method, we are still going to split the natural hair. We don't want the natural hair to be in the middle like the rubber band method. Go ahead and take this one, give it to this one again. Take the natural hair, share it to this one a little bit. Go ahead and braid. Then when we come to the other part, you're going to give the other hair extension as well. So this other one, let's bring it to this part so that we can understand it. See the natural hair, split it to this middle. You might think this method is complicated. It's not, because the more we get advanced into hair, the more you understand it. Look at it. So most people, this is the method they use. Most people, this is the method they use. I'll have to teach us all this method. Then when you do the 6 method, you feel that this is not your own, just go past it. Take the next method that you think is comfortable for you to braid. What all I need to do is that as far as the hair is secured on the root and your braid is neat like this, go ahead and use any of the 6 methods to start doing your braid, which is absolutely going to help you. So let's go ahead and braid this. Let me go ahead and braid. This extension is a bit longer, but I'm going to make it very fast. So you have to make your speed like this very, very fast. You see what I'm doing? That is all you need. When you start installing your hair, you can start working on your speed, because when you have to braid and you want to make a lot of money from braid, you have to be fast. You can do 2 braids in a day. If you're the one that want to charge, you charge your money, you get your money, put it in your pocket. It's not in my pocket. But if you're slow, you're going to end up doing only just one at the end of the day. No. So the more you braid, the faster you become, and the more your braid is going to look more neat, right? So you have to practice. So let me show you this. The one that the hair is going to be the third strand. Look at it. At this point, you see, because we're using the natural hair to be the third strand, it only gives you showing where your natural hair is at this place. But when we start splitting the extensions into the natural hair, I can only braid on the outside. I can't braid on the inside. Oh, you can. That is the reason why when you're doing braid like this, you cannot be braiding on the outside. Yes, if you want to do braid like this, you have to learn this inside. The outside one you cannot. Most people use it, but what they use, the style they use, I've seen a professional online. What he uses that style to do is like, maybe he's doing kinky hair. He was braiding it from the outside because he's been doing hair for a long time. If he will find it a little bit easy. But if it's your first time, please, you have to learn. If you're going into braiding like this, my dear, you have to learn how to do the braid from the inside. You don't do it from the outside. We do hair from the outside, but then for this braid that you have to braid, you have to do it from the inside. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. So let me see the name of the student that just said this. Ahubalin. Ahubalin, you have to learn. If you want to really go into braiding, you have to learn how to do the braid from the inside. Sorry. Not from the outside, not like this. You have to learn to do it to the inside. So normally I teach you, if you don't know how to do, come tomorrow. I'm going to teach you a techniques of how you can get into braiding, doing the inside, not the outside. So meet me tomorrow by 12 o'clock online. That's the first lesson I'm going to do. After that first lesson, I'm going to teach us how to do a puffy hairstyle that we'll use for Christmas, in case you want to do nice hairstyle for your daughters, for anyone in the Christmas, especially mothers, because they are going on break on Thursday tomorrow. My kids are going off tomorrow, so they will get to do it tomorrow. Then you have to learn something to do for them for Christmas. Yes, I'm going to do that tomorrow. So let's go ahead. It's because I have that question there. That is why I digressed a bit to answer her. Learn how to do this one. I've already said it from the beginning that normally we do braid from the outside. If I'm teaching you tomorrow, you understand what I'm saying. We do braids from the outside part, but if you're going into braiding, adding extension, you have to learn the inside part. Definitely, if you want to succeed in braiding, go ahead. You have to learn this method. So now let me go ahead and hold this with this clip. This method we are going to do, the last method, this method that is related to the natural and traditional method, is the most used method. This is the most used method, and this is the most difficult method for the new beginners. Most people will start writing now, oh, it's really complicated, it's really this. But then if you look into it, or you look the way the technique I'm doing it, you're going to find it very, very easy. So That is why we started with the method of using the rubber band method, moving up to the gradually to the natural and traditional method. So let's go ahead and do this one. If you're joining me for the first time, you're welcome. You're highly welcome to this class. This class, friendly beginners, you don't know how to braid at all and you have that passion. Say, hey, I wish I know how to braid at all. You're in the right place. Come here tomorrow, 12 p.m. UK time. I'm going to be showing you how to get into braiding using the natural hair. How to get into braiding. This is the hair I use. That is the reason why. And if you don't know how to braid, I've just pinned down the mannequin that have a lengthy hair like this. You need to get a mannequin that is lengthy like this. It's going to help you. Either ways, even if it's a small one, don't worry, just try. But the lengthy one like this, that is the one I use to teach those that doesn't know how to braid at all. I'm going to do that lesson tomorrow. I do it maybe once every week. We'll take it. Then we'll now move gradually into adding extensions into our braid. So if you're here, you don't know how to braid, and you're seeing me for the first time, and you're joining or you're hearing my voice on the For You page, you want to learn how to braid, you don't know how to braid at all, join me tomorrow. I'm going to show you that. Then another thing is that on Friday, we'll be enrolling into our class. I've been saying about this class and I'm prepared for it now. All this while because I go to college as well. I don't have time, but now I'm ready for it to take you further up. So now get prepared. Limited space. I'm going to say that tomorrow again. Then the Friday is boom. So everybody that come in, when the class is full, is full. So now let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to be combing this, already combed. Make sure it's combed and nicely well combed. The next step we're going to do, get our extension. When we get our extension ready, this method is the most used method. This method is the most difficult method for the new beginners. This method, most people think it's really complicated, but I'm going to make sure you learn it in this class and you find it very easy. So watch me as I do this method. So we are going to be splitting our hair into two. I'm going to show you. For me, that is, before I start taking up these online classes, this is the method I use. Natural and traditional method I use. But then most people will be finding it very difficult before we now get into all these other methods to get into braiding. Do you teach how to speed your braiding? It depends on you. It's you that will learn how to speed your braiding, right? If you're watching me do braiding now, my advice is that keep braiding. Like if you have your mannequin ready now and you know how to install your braiding, what next are you going to do? Don't just do only one braid and relax. What you want to do, get your extension. Oh, I'm ready to know how to braid. I want to go into business with it. Or you're already here, you do hair, you only do the styling and other things, updo, but you don't do the braids. You want to learn the braid. All you have to do is that get a mannequin. When you get a mannequin for your training, the way I'm training you with this one, you keep doing it every day. The more you braid this hair, the faster you become. Because you're going to use your own fingers to do it, not me. I'm only teaching you the technique of how to get into it. So then you're going to practice. The more you practice, the better you become on it. So let's go ahead so I won't digress too much. If you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome. Yes, my name is Grace. As you can see, Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair. So yes, you're welcome in this class. We're friendly beginners. If you have any question, go ahead and put that question under the comment section. So now I'm going to be now we've separated this extension into ratio 2:1. So we are going to be crossing this extension. Watch me the way I'm crossing it. Take this one on your right hand, which is the smaller part of it, place it on top of this one. Then you go ahead and cross it this way. So when you cross it, it's going to look like this. See, the reason why we cross this method and the reason why we said we have to take our braid extensions into ratio 2:1 is that now we need 3 strands for braids. Now this one is 2, like you can see, and we need an extra one, and we want that extra one to be equal. What we did is that this one that is smaller, when you cross it and join it together, it gives you the same size as these ones that are bigger. Can you see it? When you watch this braid from the camera, watching it, you know that the strands are all equal. So when you're braiding, it will make your braids very, very nice and equal, even. Because if this one is too small, when you're braiding, it's going to be creating that kind of bumpy lines. You know, the bumping braidings. you now think, oh, this braid is not smooth. But always make sure your extensions are ratio 2:1. It will help your braid. When you do this, it's going to be equal. So now let's go ahead with this method I'm going to be doing. This is the main natural and traditional method of adding extensions to your braid, because you're going to be grabbing this hair from the roots. Then you watch me as I do it. So I'm going to be holding my extension on one hand. Like if you don't know how to hold the extension on one hand, I can just explain in just 1 minute. But most people know how to hold their extension on one hand. They do it this way and it works for them. For me, I don't use this method. If you want to try my method, if you already know how to do it and it works for you, keep doing it the way it works. But if you don't know, I'm going to be holding this my extension on one hand before I put up this braid. So now this is my thumb, this is my index finger, this is my middle finger, this is the ring finger, and this is the little and pinky finger. I'm going to be holding this hair with my thumb and my index finger on the right hand. I'm going to be holding the other strand on my left hand with my thumb and my index finger. So the other strand that is left, I'm going to bring it here. Bring it closer to this place. When you bring it closer, using the other hands to support it. When you support it, don't make it wobble. If it wobbles like this, you cannot get it. Just make it firm. Now make it firm. When you make it firm, the next step you're going to do, take your middle finger, place it on top of here. Turn this your right hand. Turn your right hand. On the process of turning your right hand, you're going to bring your index finger out. Look at it. The index finger is going to come out here. So when it comes out, you're holding your extensions on one hand. If you really want to go into braiding full time, learn to hold this on one hand. It's make it faster for you. Somebody was asking, how would you make your braids faster? Now let's go ahead and install this. What I just explained that took me almost 1 minute to explain is very easy when you know how to do it. How do you know how to do it? You have to get extension and practice it. I have videos in my account that is related to how to hold extension for your hand. Can you redo it? Yes, I'm going to redo it, but I'm just going to show you that this is simple. Look at it like this. Very, very simple to hold the extension. It doesn't take you anything when you learn it, but I'm going to explain again for the sake of those that are just coming now. So now, these are my fingers: thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little or pinky finger. All we use for our braid. So the next step you're going to do, if you want to hold extensions on one hand, what you're going to do, take your thumb and index finger on your right hand, hold it here. Then you take your thumb and your index finger on your left hand, hold onto this one. Then you take this other strand that is left, place it here and support it with your other 3 supporting fingers on your left hand. So when it's like this, you're going to, don't let it be wobbled, because when you hold it and it's wobbling like this, you cannot get it. Make it firm. Hold it to be firm. When it's firm like this, take your middle finger, place it on top of it. Then you turn your right hand. Turn your right hand. In the process of turning it, bring your index finger out from the other strands of the hair that is there. That is it. You're holding your extensions on one hand. Now we are going to insert this hair. This is the natural and traditional method of installing your extension. Watch me. You're going to be watching the roots. We have a student here. I think she's not here today. If Abuchi, when I asked the student to try all the 6 methods, this is the only method that she just have started doing, and it works for her. The reason is that she said she watched my hand when I was doing it. And when you watch it, go and try it, you'll be able to do it. So now I'm going to be holding this extension on my, look at it. Now this is my right hand where I'm holding the extension. Gradually open your thumb and your index finger a little bit. Then you use it to grab this hair by the side. Watch me as I do it. The more you watch the hand, the better it is. Watch this side, because this is the most difficult part for the new beginners. This is the reason why we are doing other method, this method. So what you're going to do, take your left hand, split this hair, split this natural hair. You take one part of it. When you take one part of it, the next step you're going to do, grab this extension that is here. When you grab it to each other, you're going to take your index finger. Look at my index finger. Place it in between this natural hair and the extension. It will come out. Then you have a pause. The other thing, release your right hand. Adjust yourself. This is where people have problem by not securing it. Then you go ahead and take this braid. Look at it. Go ahead, put your index finger in between here and take this one. Start braiding this hair. Make sure it's secured. This thing is moving. Make sure it's secured. So when you secure it, you braid it like 1 or 2 times or 3 times like that. Then you flip your hands. Can't see. You can't see. Okay. Is it better now? Is it better? Put on the comment section if it's better. If not, I'm going to repeat this one more time before we go. Please zoom it. Zoom it. Let me see. No, if you zoom it, it's going to be too much now. Ewo. If you zoom it, it's going to be too much. Let's just leave it like that. If you zoom it, it's going to be too much. So let's go. I'll bring it closer a bit to the camera. I think it's better now. So now you go ahead. When you flip your hands, you now go ahead and start braiding. Look at the difference between this braid. When you're doing this method, you automatically split this hair into your natural hair into 3. I think it's better now. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep tapping. What's her name again? Adwa Goddess. Please tap on the screen because everywhere is quiet now. They will think we are not doing anything. Tap, tap, tap. Everyone that is here, please, we are 50 of us. Let's tap. Keep that knot from sliding. Okay. So you go ahead and do this. So the best thing you're going to do, take your natural hair and start braiding already. So when you braid, use your extensions to cover the natural hair and start braiding the hair. Can you see it? It will make your braid look very neat. It will make your braid look very professional. You see, I'm taking it step by step now because I'm letting you see what I'm doing. So now, using your extension to cover your natural hair is called tucking in your natural hair. So, which is good. That is the reason why I said when you're learning, please always learn with a colored hair. Always learn with a colored hair. If you learn with a colored hair, it's going to help you to be more visible for you to learn how to tuck your hair in. But if you learn your hair with the same color that your braid is, it's not going to really help you because the hair is going to be the same thing. At the end of the day, when you see your braid is going to be getting old because you're not seeing the difference. But now, if you're using 2 different colors, it's going to help you to see that, oh, I'm tucking in my extension, my natural hair, which is going inside. This color I'm using, they are almost similar color because now this one is just a lighter shade and this one is a deeper shade. So, but then you're still going to see the difference. You're not seeing it appear. You're not seeing this brown hair appear on this my braid. No. So that is the reason why you need to tuck your natural hair in while you're doing your braid. So you go ahead and braid it. I'm not going to finish down the braiding because we need the tips of the hair. By the time I'm going to be showing you how to end the tip of the hair, you're going to get it at that point. Then let's leave it to this point. So now look at it. Can everybody see it? You've installed this hair from the roots of the hair. Thank you so much for sharing. Tap, tap, tap on the screen. Please, I'm going to stop this training now because you people are not doing your own part. Tap on the screen because so that I will not get restricted from this point. Let's tap, 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 tap. If you're here, please keep tapping. When you tap on the screen, it's going to help the algorithm to know that we are not idle here. But if we are not tapping, it's going to restrict us. Then we can go off the line. We're not going to do this lesson again. Do your part. Let me do my part. I cannot do this part. If I can do it, I'll just sit down and be tapping. I'll tap to the point that will get 100,000 likes. Let's move it to 20,000 likes. Thank you so much and God bless you all. So now, the reason I want to explain something to you. This is the natural and traditional hair and most used. When we are doing the rubber band method, I told you that this last one we did, this last method, if we are here, compare this method and look at this method, they look the same thing. So if you're a new beginner and you want to learn this natural and traditional method, and you think, oh, this is very, very difficult, go ahead and use this method. This last method from the rubber band method, despite there is no rubber band, when you compare the braid, look at the braids, look at the roots of the braid, look at the natural and the traditional method, the roots of the braid, they look the same. That is the reason why when I'm explaining before, I'll show you evidence of the explanation. I told you that this one, the last method from the natural and rubber band method is similar to the last one of natural and traditional method. When you see both of them, and this one is very easy for you to install this one. This one is the one that is giving people problem, but then it's not a problem. If you look at my hands and you look at the technique very well, you're going to get it straight away. So now we have done it to this point, which is the last one. If you have any question on the comment section, let me know. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon by 12 p.m. UK time, I'm going to be teaching those that doesn't know how to braid tomorrow. We're going to be having the section of that lesson tomorrow so that it will not seem as if what you're doing is strange. Most people, what you're doing, when they see it, they say, what is she doing? Oh, I love doing this, but I cannot do it. then you come tomorrow by 12 p.m. we'll do the class. So now at this point, do you have any question? If you have any question, put it on the comment section. If you want me to repeat any of those 3 methods that we just did, the first method we did is the one that you have, natural and traditional method. This is the 3 method we just did now. The first one is the one that you take your extension, split it into 2, cross it, then you plait it as a thread, first and second, then you start braiding. Then the next one is you use the natural hair to be the 3rd strand. Then this last one is the natural and traditional method, whereby you hold your extension on one hand, then you install. Yes, please repeat the first method. Okay, this first method. I'm going to repeat this first method for you because most people were not here when I did the first method. And this first method is really very, very easy. You can just start using it and start braiding. Most people use that. Most professional, that's what they use. So you're welcome to the class. If you're just coming, I've not even drank water today. Let me drink water and calm my throat down. So if you're just joining me for the first time, let's keep tapping. Oh, battery low. This one has a low battery now. Let's go ahead and 1 minute. Let me put the charger on for this one. The battery is going down. Battery low. Don't go. Battery. 1 minute. Keep tapping, please. Thank you so much. Let's put the battery on so that it will not go off. Let's charge it. Okay. Better. So one of the phones, the battery is going down. Thank you so much. So now let's go ahead and repeat the first method that is related to this. If you know you've not purchased your mannequin training hair, go ahead and do that on this Chai Grace form. This is a long one I just pinned down if you're interested in doing that. But then it's going to let me pin the other shorter version. With this shorter version and mannequin training hair, it's going to help you when you're learning cornrow as well. Yes, if you get that one, it looks like this. I've just pinned it down. If you're watching me from GraceLawendhair, or if you're watching me from any other account, on the TikTok affiliate account, I have that a training hair, the one that we use for training. This is how the hair look, very nice and natural. I just clipped it down there. Go ahead and get it for your training. So now, let's put that one down. We are going to be doing the last method that is related to the first method that is related to the natural and traditional method. If you're going to part your hair, we've already parted this hair like horizontally, then vertically you come here, go into the middle of this one and take the next hair that you have to take. When you do this braid, it's going to fall into this place, covering the gap. When you take the next one, it's going to fall in the middle here. So let's go ahead and do this. So this is the extension that we have. This one is too big. This is another thing. Like maybe for instance, you're grabbing your extensions and you get to the point, all the extensions is like this. This is the last bit of it. You say, there's no point now. Since it's the last, let me install it. No, you don't do that. If you do that, it's going to be more bigger than the other braids that you've done before. Even if it's a tiny bit of fit that you have to remove to make your braid uniform, my dear, take it off. Even if you don't need it, put it in the bin. But then you need to have your braids them the same sizes. Not because the extension is there, you just say, okay, let me add it. If I braid this hair now with this extension, because it's the last extension with me, it's going to be more bigger than this thing. It's not going to make it more uniform. So the tiny bit of it, I'm taking it out. I'm not going to use it. So now, this is the hair we're going to be working with. Split this natural hair into ratio 2:1, which is taking it, sharing it into 2. But the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand if you share it. So now what you're going to do with this one you have on your right hand, go ahead and cross it to this other one. When you cross it, when you join these 2 together, it's going to be equivalent to the one of this. So we have 3 strands to make our braid, and it's going to look like this. Yes, so now watch me as I do this method. So when we finish doing this method, I'm going to bring us up. If you have any question, we'll just discuss for a few minutes. Then we'll call the class for today. Then tomorrow we're going to have a class. Then Friday is the enrollment day. Come prepared if you want to go into the class. Come prepared. you're going to get enrolled. We only have limited space. I'm going to say that tomorrow again. Most people will say, I've already have students already that their names are piled up. So I'm just going to announce it to fill the gap up. So first come, first serve on Friday. We're going to do that. So get ready. So, but tomorrow I'm going to teach you a puffy hairstyle, the trendy puffy hairstyle that you can use for your Christmas hair for your children. So come here tomorrow. After the class we have in the morning, we're going to go straight into that. So now let's go ahead and do this method. This method is a method that is related to the natural and traditional method, and it's the first method. So we are going to comb this hair. You see, now look at the hair. Always comb the hair. See, now there's knot in it. If you don't remove this knot and it's tangled while you're doing your hair, it's going to break your hair. Don't ever put up a hair that you didn't comb at all, because it's going to break your hair. So braiding is a protective style. It's not a style that will make you lose your hair. No, it makes your hair grow. So you have to do it in a manner that your hair will be secured and your hair will grow. Use that techniques. So now let's go ahead and do this. So I'm holding this extension. This is my extension. After crossing my extension, I'm going to be holding this extension this way. This is the first method that is related to the natural and traditional method. So watch as I do it. If you've missed a lot of things, don't worry. When you come on Friday, we're going to repeat all this method. But tomorrow is a different class. So come prepared. So now take this, your extension, you're holding it on the right hand. Go ahead and place it on your left hand, holding it with your thumb and your index finger. So when you hold it with your thumb and your index finger, what next are you going to do? Then you go ahead and take this one that is smaller. Go ahead and plait it. I'm holding it, I'm securing it with my thumb and index finger in the middle. Take this one, go like this. When you do the first one, that is the first one plait. Then you go again and do the second plait. Don't do more than second plait because it's going to be so tight. Except the hair you're doing is so bulky. If the hair is bulky from the roots more than this, you can go ahead and do one extra more. But apart from that, you don't. So when you come to the two plaits, bring your hand like this and just hold it. The next step you're going to do, separate the extension because it's already separated. Then you separate the natural hair from the to each other. Then the next step is you start braiding. You see how simple it is? You start braiding the hair. You see how simple it is? Very, very simple method to braid. But all you have to do, since it's a natural and traditional method, this one has the natural hair. You have to split all the natural hair at this point. Give it to this one that doesn't have. Then you continue to braid. Then use your extensions to cover your braid. Can you see this method? Go ahead and try all these things. All the 6 methods, go ahead and try them. Then when you go ahead and try them, you know which of the method that is best for you. Most people, they want to learn privately. So come on Saturday and on Friday and enroll, which I'm going to be seeing your work directly. Some people don't want to come up on the bus. It's only few of the students that will come up on the bus to show me what they are doing. If you really want to get advanced into this, the class is starting. People have been asking me, Grace, when are you starting the class? It's because I've been busy having my own courses done. But now I have a free time, so we are going ahead to do it. So on Friday, don't fail to come for your enrollment. We'll talk about it. Limited space available. So first come will be the first serve. So let's go ahead and braid this hair and see. I'm going to try and send a video notifying us so that most people will not say, you didn't tell me, you've been saying it all this while, and suddenly, boom, you turn it to something else. Look at this method. Look at this method. Well, this is beautiful. Well done. This is really beautiful and it's secured. Beautiful. What's her name? Augusta Speaks. You're welcome. Look at it. Let me show everybody around on the camera. See how beautiful this braid is, and it's neat. That is how you're going to learn if you're learning in my class. If you see how many people that have graduated in this class, a lot. Yes, because when they go into it, they follow the rules, they follow the procedures, they've started doing hair already. So now let's go ahead. This is the end of the class. I'm going to just go ahead with the few minutes we have. It's like today everybody's just cold, but then I really appreciate it more. But next time, there are sometimes you just see everybody's warming up. I'm really cold today this morning. That's why I'm wearing these joggers, because when I came inside the house, I was really cold. I need to dress warm so that I prefer this method. Okay, yes. No, sorry. Before I not go and break this hair, let's say no sure. Let's just reduce the name into half. Yes, I prefer this method, she said. Thank you, you're welcome. So let me go ahead and just bring few of us up. we have a little bit of discussion. If you have anything to say, if you have any contribution, if you have any question, if it's your first time and you want to come on the bus, I'm just sending the invite randomly, then you can go ahead and come up and tell me something about anything you want. The few minutes, we call it a day, so that I will go and get one hot cup of tea because it's cold in UK. Very, very cold this year. I don't know the reason why. Yeah, so now let me send this invite to every other person here. If you know you want to come up, please go ahead. If you have any question, go ahead. And if you want to get your mannequin training head, go ahead and get it. I'm just sending all the invitation. Grab it and come up if you want. But if you don't, that's absolutely okay. So now let's see who we have. Mommy Sophia. Mommy Sophia, how are you?
Good afternoon, ma. God bless you.
Good afternoon, ma. How are you?
We thank God.
I hope you're doing more trainings.
Yes, today, I just came late. I have an appointment with my children teachers today.
Oh, that's
so
absolutely.
I just came late.
No problem. That's absolutely. When they are going to the end of the year, like my kids, they are closing tomorrow. They are after tomorrow now.
And my own is on Friday.
Oh, yours is on Friday. Mine, they are
Yes.
going off tomorrow. Yesterday, I had appointments with them. I didn't show up. So you see, with the children, we have to work with them now. What are we going to do?
You see, even tomorrow, they said you have an appointment with your other teacher too.
Oh, no problems, no problems. We have to do theirs as well. Yes, there's no problem at all. So now, thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you for the teaching. But the league of the mannequin, it did not open for me here. It did not open.
And go, mommy, go on my child Grace now. Go on this affiliate account. This is my other account.
If I click it, it will not open. But I asked somebody. He said because TikTok market did not go to Spain.
Oh, is that it?
Yes. Yes. Okay. They said TikTok market they are not coming to Spain. They don't go to Spain.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm going to.
I have to check with Shin.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, no problem. Don't mention the name so that they will not block us, please. It's okay.
It's okay. Sorry.
We'll talk because of this TikTok while too much. More no, just
okay. I have to go and check it on another place.
Yeah. Let's not look for their trouble so that we can stay on this place. They don't want to hear all those. As far as nobody paid you to advertise, they don't want to hear all those names.
Okay. Sorry, ma. Sorry.
You're welcome. It's not your fault now. Let me speak to other people here. Who's the first person? Cecilia, can you say something? Go ahead. Cecilia, do you have anything to tell us? Or Patrick Kakol, please go ahead. Release your mic and say something. Let me open this my mic. Do we have any contribution from the Child Grace account or GraceLawendhair account here? Do you have any do you have anything to contribute? Or Basia, anybody that will have something to contribute? Let's go ahead. We only have a few minutes to live here.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Yes.
It's my first time watching you.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested, so I'll follow you and then keep updating myself to learn more. But I want to ask, with the mannequin head, is it already assembled, or when it comes you have to assemble?
No, you don't have to do anything. No, the hair is just like this. I'm showing you, if you want it like this, like you have a flat table where you can put it, you just go ahead and get it and just clip this. It will come with this. You just go ahead and put it and open it and place a flat table. Then you clip it. Then you start using it for practice. But then if you can afford it, there's a stand there in the store as well. You can go ahead and get the stand. Yeah, when you get the stand, you get the mannequin head, you get the stand. You're just going to put it like this. The way I'm standing, you stand. If you want to adjust it to sit down, it's adjustable. You go ahead and adjust it as well. If you're sitting down practicing, that is just it. But for me, I don't really, because I don't have any flat table that will help me with this one. So that's why I'm using the stand. I don't have any.
I prefer the stand one, so I wanted to know if I can. It's all included with the tweet
Yeah, when you click, I'll just pin this down, and when you click on the store, it's going to bring you all to, you see all the products there. Then you go ahead and get your stand
Yeah,
and you get your
yeah.
mannequin.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
Then be present on Friday if you really want to go into, because we're having a paid class which is more a bit advanced to what we're doing here. It's going to be in January all through, but I'm going to be doing the free classes till we have our class in January. So I'll keep announcing it, but we have only limited space if you want to. But if not, you can still keep coming to the class once in a while to learn this one that we're doing. How much, please? We're going to talk about it tomorrow. I'm showing you in different form because it's not going to be too expensive, because it's the first time to bring people in. So on Friday, be ready. But tomorrow, I'm going to teach us how to do the puffy hairstyle if you have children, for them to use it for Christmas. And I'm going to teach those that doesn't know how to braid tomorrow. We're going to do the lesson tomorrow, 12 p.m. UK time. So that's just the announcement. If you have any other question, please let me know. Apart from that, I'll see you all tomorrow by 12 p.m.
Martha, can I ask another question?
Go ahead, Mama.
This braiding, can you start the braiding from the front? Because like me now, no, it's not good.
No, don't start your braiding from the front. So you always start your braiding from the back. Then you move into the front. But normally, if you're doing, because we're not getting advanced to that point. If you're doing like Ghana weave or something, you splitted the hair into two. You want to do the cornrow first. You can go ahead and do the cornrow first. Most people will do the cornrow first before they start doing the braids. Like me, when the client brings their extension or somebody, they want to do cornrows from the front. I used to start with the cornrow first. The reason why I start with the cornrow first is that you don't know if the extensions they are holding will be enough. So and the front of the hair is the first thing you will see if you're doing cornrows. You first of all finish up the front of the hair, then the other parts of the hair that you have at the back, the leftover extensions, you can now start doing your braids. It's two ways. Most people still start at the back, then they now move into the front. But for when you're doing braids, always start from the back. Always start from the back when you're doing braids. Always. Because now, in your mind, like you, when you're doing your daughter's hair, you've already set in your mind that, okay, I'm going to be doing this hair like 30 or 40. Then you start from the back, giving the size. You can as well come to the front and decide to make it a bit smaller, because people are seeing the front more. So the front is going to cover the back.
Okay.
You understand? So most people start from the front, but for me, I start from the back. Gone are those, let's say for instance as well, it depends. Let's say for instance, we have you going to a salon whereby they have about 3 people doing your hair at the same time. Some people will start from the front, some will start at the back. They will end it. Yes, but if you too feel like starting from the front and you know you can be able to manage it, you go ahead and do that. But I will only advise, start your braid always from the back, then you move up. If you're doing the block method, it's good to start from the back because it's going to lay down like this. Can you understand?
Okay. But the reason I ask, because sometimes when I do my daughter, the last one that I do the other, before I get to the front, I already tired. I will even pray that the hair will finish. I think that the front is not look more beautiful. It's the back that look more beautiful than the front.
Okay, now let me give you a hint of how you can go about it now. You see, Mommy Sophia, she's following the process of this class and she's getting something out of it. Before we started, I've already said that when you're doing your braids, as a beginner, you get tired very easily. Most people will not understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I get tired. It's truth.
In fact, that is why I say when you're doing your braid as a beginner, section the hair like 30 or 40. Start with 30, at least 30 first. With the rubber band method, finish the 30. If you can be able to finish your 30 braid confidently, my dear, you're good to go. The next time you're getting used to it, you can increase it with another 10. That's 40. Then when you get used to it, you have that. If you're the type that have the pleasure of doing hair, you get satisfaction in doing all those things, you will not mind. You can do about 150, 200 braids on the hair. That by then you get used to it. But if you're just starting, please, you get, except the person want to wait and stay for 3 days or 4 days before you finish the hair. And the children now, they will not want to stay for 3 days, carrying their hair to school. No. Mommy Sophia, let me give you a solution to your problem now. Is that before you start doing that hair now, section all your hair down.
Okay. Okay.
Now you want, Mommy Sophia, you want to do a 30 braids now. Please,
Yes,
I
ma.
would also join the class. That is fine. On Friday, get ready. The class will be. I'm telling you, most people have. I have about 10 or 15 or more students that are giving their name already. Those ones will be first priority. Then the other space will bring other people in. If you didn't get it this time, we'll move it to the next badge. So now, if you're doing your braid, Mommy Sophie, what you have to do is that section your hair down.
Okay.
See, if you know you're doing 30, if you're doing 30,
Yes.
the first line of your hair should be 2 times of this one, like this.
Okay.
Not small, like this. You first take the first line like this, Abi. When you take the first line,
Yes.
you split the hair into 4. You do like calabar. Like calabar is like you just make some
Yes,
of.
I know it.
Yes, you do some. Let's in terms of those that doesn't know what it is. When you section it, you either hold it with a rubber band that you're going to use, or you're just going to braid it down a little bit. So when you do the first one, the first line is going to be 4.
Yes.
You take the second line again from here with the same side, it's going to be like 5. Then you now come here and take the next line round. You section all of them down. So now, Mommy Glory, if you section all of them down, then you can now start from the back.
Be taking it one
in the front, yes. Then you now move onto the back. It will help you like that.
Okay.
But then, if you know that you're doing the round method, it doesn't matter. You can start anywhere. But if you know you're doing the block method, section everything, come in the middle nearly to the front. Do the front first. Then you now gradually move to the back because you've already sectioned the hair.
Okay.
So gradually, when you now get used to it, it's going to come to you naturally. It's not going to be giving you stress. By then, you know how to do it. It's convenient for you. Auntie, please, do you have any tutorial for Congo? Yes, it's going to be on the advance. I'm going to give you everything to come on Friday, please. Tomorrow we're having a class, and on Friday is going to be the enrollment class. We have 3 classes that is going to emerge on that. I'm going to tell you what it entails. If you know you don't belong to the beginners class, you don't even have to join that class. If you know you want to be intermediary, I'll tell you what it involves. You join the intermediate. If you want to be on the advanced, you see what it involves. You join on the advanced. So we're going to explain all this tomorrow and on Friday. So do not worry about it. You're going to get all the explanation. I'm going to show you everything, and you're going to get understand. And we'll get into it. So now, Mommy Glory, have I be able to help you a little bit with my explanation? Mommy Sophia, sorry.
Yes, ma. Yes, I'm here.
Yes, okay, that's fine.
Yes, I understand you now, ma.
Yes, so Mommy Sophia, tomorrow I'm going to be. Have you been in the class where we did the puffy style?
No.
Okay, we're going to be doing that tomorrow. Maybe you have that to do for your children hair for Christmas. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. Just is a one-off. Then we'll learn it tomorrow. Because when we first started these classes in the summer period, we did all that because it was summer period. But that hairstyle is a style that you can do when we have parties or anything. So you want to learn how to do it. Just give your children a different hairstyle that will last them for like 1 week. Yeah, and we're going to do it tomorrow. Then you go ahead and try it. Yes. So thank you so much. Yes, you're welcome. So if there's any other question from this side, let me take it. But apart from that, we're going to be seeing tomorrow. Are we all cleared with it? Practical. I don't know what is it Patricia? Is it Patricia or just? Practical. I don't know what is it Patricia? Is it Patricia? Practical. Okay, the network is giving problem now. It's coming. I think it's because let's offer the volume. Yeah, it's better now. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Auntie.
Yes. Can you say something? Who is saying? Go ahead.
Thank you for the tutorial.
Yes, you're welcome.
I'm just doing my hair.
Oh, that's fine.
I started with the front and I'm struggling with the back now to reach.
Oh, okay. When you're doing the back, are you having the mirror with you?
No.
Okay, even if you don't have the mirror with you, because sometimes you can just use it with your feeling. But then, if you're just learning to do your hair for the first time, get a small mirror. Put it at the back, then you have the small one in front. It will going to help you when you're doing the back. And when you're doing the back of your hair, let me use my hair as an example. Now I'm going to brush it over. Let's say this is the back of my hair. Let me take a little bit off. Let me take a little bit like this. You see now, I'm not seeing what I'm doing, but I just use my feelings to hold on to the hair like this. Let me get extension and show you how you can do the back of your hair. If you already know, if you're using the rubber band method, I don't know which method are you using to do it.
No, I'm not using the rubber band. I'm just putting the gel.
You putting the gel
on the bottom of it. I don't have rubber bands.
Are you braiding the hair?
Yes, I am.
So which method are you using? Are you using the method that you cross over and you or the natural and traditional method like this?
No. Yeah, I'm using that one. Yeah, that one.
Okay, you're using this one like this. You're holding. You know how to hold your extension on one hand.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, then when you hold it on one hand, you already know how to do hair, but it's just that you want to get used to doing your own hair. You have to practice. Yeah. So you get to hold it. Look at this. I'm holding my extension on one hand. That is the advantage of holding your extension on one hand. If you want to do your own hair by yourself, learn how to hold your extension on one hand. Then you go ahead. This is my right hand with the extension, right? And this is my left hand holding my hair like this. Then I'm now going to place this hair. Look at it. When I place it into it, I'm going to release my left hand. Then I'm now going to take the extension, split it up, take the other hand, split it up. Then you now go ahead and start braiding this hair.
Oh, I split the hair.
You say yes, you have to, because when you hold it, you split your natural hair. If you really know how to do this, but if you don't know how to do this and you want to use the other method, let me show you guys, because I'm not even seeing my back. I'm not using mirror. Anytime I'm doing my hair, I don't normally use mirror. I just use my feelings to do it like this.
The wood is stopping us from seeing what you're doing.
It's blocking it, Abby.
It's fine. Yeah.
Can you see? Okay. Then you now go ahead and start braiding. We are still going to have lessons. The day I'm ready to do my braid, I'm going to pull my hair out. Then I'm going to show you guys how to do your own hair by yourself. Do you understand? Because most people, they are here, they want to do their hair by themselves. Or except you want to use the rubber band method as well. If you know you want to use the rubber... Sorry. Okay, you have to get the rubber band. But if you already know how to take the extension like this in your front, you have to try and learn how to do it like this with your back as well.
With the back.
Yes, just because you already know how to hold your extension on your hand, just have that feelings and you just hold it, install it, and that is it.
Wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for it. So today we'll be calling this class. You see now, if I used to do my hair very, very well, very, very well. It's just that these days I like wearing wig very fast. But I'm going to get
I'm tired of wigs now.
Yes, sometimes you get tired of it. So now we're going to have a day whereby I'm going to do my hair for those that want to do their hair. Or we're going to have a class for it that we'll be seeing each other, then we'll talk about it. So let's go ahead, because most people now, when they come online like this, they don't want to show themselves on the camera. That is why the Zoom class will be good for you, where it's going to be you and I. So we're going to see each other. So no problems. Thank you so much for coming to the class today.
Thank you, ma. God bless you.
God bless you, ma. Mommy Sophia, the next step is that you have to start learning how to do your own hair.
Okay, ma.
Yes.
Okay.
It will help. Okay. Most people, they do other people, they cannot do their own. So if you're in my class, you have to start practicing both gradually. One day I'm going to come up, have my hair open, bring extension. We'll keep doing it until yes. So thank you so much for everyone coming to the class.
You.
I'll see you all tomorrow, 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. The class, we are really friendly beginners. Whatever your question is absolutely welcome. As far as it's related to what we're doing online, you're welcome to get the questions. So let's go ahead. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. UK time. Check the time to your own time. Then you know what time we have the classes. Be present tomorrow, because we're going to do we normally do a one-off like style of the day. So tomorrow I'm going to show you the trendy puffy style for style of the day, because it's seasonal period. When you do their hair, just put the red clips on it, and then Christmas time, that is it. Yes, so that is what is going to happen tomorrow. So I'm going to see
Okay.
all of you tomorrow by the grace of God. Have a wonderful afternoon and God bless you all.
Yeah,
So
bye.
thank you so much. Bye. I'm going to try and disconnect this, then we'll end the live. Thank you. This phone sometimes okay, end the live. So thank you so much on this. Basia, Just. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Yeah, thank you so much and God bless you. Bye everyone. Bye. And oh, thank you so much on YouTube. Thank you. If you have any questions on YouTube, sometimes I just feel like, what am I going to do to be bringing YouTube up so for them to carry on? I want to be seeing my students there on YouTube, but there, no worries. If you have any question, put it on the comment section. I'll be glad to answer the question. Thank you, Hamper, for joining. Thank you for giving, for even testing. Most people will be on YouTube, but they don't test. They don't comment. Thank you for the comments. I really appreciate it. God bless you and see you all tomorrow by 12 p.m. UK time. My name remains Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair, as you can see. Bye.